You slept last night. You couldn't do it.
Yeah, because I woke up at like 8. Is it taking a video?
Yeah.
Alright. Hello, we're group 4. Today we'll be discussing should you over minus intermittent exotropes. So to give credit, this is done by Dr. Almagar, Dr. Shah, Dr. Francisco, Hans, and Weber. So to begin, let's explain what intermittent exotropia is. So intermittent, as you may know, intermittent exotropia is the outward deviation of one of the eyes that happens sometimes but not always. Over-minusing, lens therapy, and convergence. So this is the essence of this study. So in this study, they've used minus lenses on top of the patient's prescription in order to induce convergence. And when they induce convergence, this fixes the deviation. Pediatric study and algorithms. So this study is a pediatric study, and this is a good time for to fix amblyopia. And they've used patients, 141 patients between the age of 4 to 16, 4 to 15, and they've divided these into two groups. These groups included the control group, and it also included the study group. So for the control group, they've corrected them to their best VAs. However, for the other group, what they've done is they've used a customized algorithm system that is computerized to place a certain number of minus lenses in front of their eyes, and it is done individually based on their physiological factors. Positives of the results. As you can see here, you can see that through the scatter plot that the OML group did much better, or the over minus lens group did much better than the control group. And that is, they've done better through stereopsis and also the deviation. Flaws in the study, so myopic shift, so these are the flaws of the study. Myopic shift and asthenopia has taken place as expected with minus lenses or being over minus. However, they're children, so they do not notice it as well as adults do. Yet it was still reported 10% of the time of the patients that were OMLs. Myopia progression, axial lengthening. So we are fixing one problem, yet making the other worse or increasing the other. And these are children, so we're trying to stop the progression of myopia through sending them outside at a certain time of day for a certain number of hours. So we are trying to reduce myopic progression. However, this has a number of patients that have developed slight, non-significant axial lengthening and also myopia progression in these children. Follow-up. So this study was done in 2020 and was published in 2022. So in 2020, they've set, that was before the pandemic, they've set 6 to 15 months as the time frame for you to come back and do those follow-ups. However, due to COVID protocols, they deemed these visits non-mandatory. So with that said, these were done through surveys, and they've done on a later time than 6 to 15 months that were mentioned in this study. What do we do with the information? So now that we know the positives and negatives of this study, even though the negatives were deemed non-significant, should you recommend this to the general public? I would say not yet, until more evidence is brought forth in terms of the efficacy of the study. And thank you very much. This is all we have.